USF won 11 games last year. Now enter Charlie Strong, his team with very lofty expectations here as they kick off the 2017 season. Number 19, USF in San Jose, California to take on the San Jose State Spartans, and it is a pleasure to be back with you for another year of college football here on CBS Sports and CBS Sports Network. Alongside College Football Hall of Famer, three-time Super Bowl champion with the Niners, Randy Cross. My name is Ben Holden, and Randy, every year in college football there's turnover, there's hope, there's optimism, but I go back to that turnover, there's change, and in this game there's an awful lot of change.
Oh, there is. I mean, this game kind of epitomizes all the change in college football this year with new coaches, new coordinators, new everything. Except these two teams might know each other as well as anybody out there are going to this week in college football. It's amazing, the connections.
There are several. We'll get into them as we move along throughout the broadcast. And Charlie Strong, couple of national championships at Florida as their defensive coordinator. Great success at Louisville, was let go at Texas last year. He's here. This team, 11 wins in a bowl game last year, and he has one of the most electrifying players in the nation in Quinton Flowers.
Well, yeah, Teddy Bridgewater at Louisville, had nobody at Texas, takes this job, and he's got a guy that deals with air as well as anybody in the country. You let him have air around him, he'll make plays like this. And just when you think you've got him, like at the end of that run, it's going to be a touchdown. Well, the other part about this kid's game is he had 24 touchdown passes and threw for 2,800 yards last year. And he's a 62% passer. So easy to say, this kid does everything.
He does it very well. We're excited to have him here on our air. Looking forward to seeing him play here today. For San Jose State, new coach, but a guy that he's really not that unfamiliar with this San Jose State program. He's got some great ties.
He's got fabulous ties. His dad, Steve, played football here. He used to tailgate here when he was a little kid. You know, doing a wonderful job, or did a wonderful job as an assistant coach. Got this job. He wants to reintroduce the community to their football team, and this would be a great opportunity. The best part about this team right now might be their offensive line, which probably says as much or as little about them as you want to say, but these guys are very smart. They're extremely physical, and they'll give them a running game that'll keep them in most games they play. And the key will be, can they finish?
Keep our eyes on that here today and throughout the season. Third member of our broadcast team, John Schriffen, down on the sidelines. John, tell us more about this South Florida defense and what's on their minds here today.
Well, they certainly will have their hands full. That's because there are a lot of question marks surrounding this San Jose State offense. They put in a new system, and at this point, we still don't know who their starting quarterback is going to be. Because of that, when we spoke to South Florida's defensive coordinator, Brian John Marie, he admitted to us it's a little scary coming into this game not knowing what to expect. He is going to have to rely heavily on senior linebacker Augie Sanchez. Now, when you're watching at home, pay close attention to number 43. When you see him waving his arms, walking up to the line, adjusting them, that's because he's changing the defensive play call. He saw something out there he didn't like, and he has to get everyone on the same page. Guys, Sanchez is the key to stopping San Jose State.
Very good, John. Thank you. Look forward to having you with us this season on our broadcasts. Game time 10:91, Randy. Perfect day for football, right?
Yeah, really. Well, look at the humidity, 27%. That's how you know you're not in the South or in the SEC.
So we're set to go. South Florida, the University of South Florida, the white uniforms in those sharp-looking helmets. Emilio Nadelman has it teed up. He'll kick it away to Ziegler on the near side for San Jose State to our left. And Roberson on the far side of the field. USF won the coin toss. They deferred. 19th ranked team in the nation. USF kicks it away to start their season. And it's going to start with a penalty flag as the kickoff went out of bounds. So our first look here at Josh Love, their starting quarterback here to open the season. It's our Chick-fil-A starting lineups.
We mentioned about how good that offensive line is, but Love's going to need protection. They can run block.
He touched on that as Roberson gets it. Tackle made by Nico Sawtell for USF.
You notice this pace. They want to play at this pace. This is new for San Jose.
Hand it off again, and this USF defense, many key parts back. Mazzy Wilkins in there first to get him.
Here comes the challenge for Love. It's a passing down. Can they protect him, and will he complete it?
3rd and 4. Now backs off and looks to the sidelines. Andrew Sauter, part of the change and all the ties. The coordinator offensively for San Jose State takes a shot, and he overthrows Hartley, the intended target. Wilkins was back there on the coverage, brings up 4th down.
Yeah, you mentioned Andrew Sauter, their offensive coordinator, 29 years old. Last year was quality control coach at Texas for Charlie Strong, coincidentally. That's part of the connections in this game. But he said to be a quarterback in this offense, you got to be cool, you've got to be accurate, and you got to be able to throw those balls you just took. They will take lots of shots down the field.
Fullwood's back to return the punt of Carrizosa. Outstanding skill set Carrizosa's got. High one, and you're going to let it go. And that's a beautiful punt, Randy. Where are they going to mark it's the question. It's just across the 5.
Well, this is a term from the Stone Age. That was a coffin corner kick.
Chick-fil-A lineups. And we take a look at the young man we talked about in the open, Quinton Flowers. The only quarterback in the FBS to rush for more yards than Quinton Flowers last year, the guy that won the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson did that, and what the key for Lamar Jackson was he got off such a great fast start, and that's going to be the key for Quinton Flowers. He wants to be a Heisman Trophy candidate. This team wants to be a New Year's Day bowl game kind of a team. For that to happen, he's got to get off to a fast start. This team's got to build their confidence early and ride it through the season.
6 foot, 215-pound senior out of Miami. First play of the season offensively. And they hand it off to Dearness Johnson, who is a very talented one. The rest of their offense, and you highlight Valdez-Scantling today.
Yeah, I like him. I saw him last year when they were at SMU. First play of the game, he caught a 77-yard bomb for a touchdown. He's a big play receiver that's learning to be an every play receiver. I expect big things out of him this year.
He's a big boy, 6'5" and 207 on the ground again. It's Johnson trying to cut there and went down after a short pickup there. The San Jose State defense, who's the key for them today?
Well, to me, it's Ethan Aguayo, their former nickelback, now inside linebacker. He's going to have to be the kind of guy. He's a former DB, so he can maybe keep pace with Quinton Flowers when they have somebody spy.
Here's Flowers taking his first shot of the game down the far sideline. And Sachere was over there on the coverage. They went for the guy you just talked about, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and they break it up.
That's going to be a big part of their offense. Just like we saw San Jose State go long, that ball hit Scantling, or Valdez-Scantling, right in the chops. I don't know if there was a little bit of the sun involved in that, or maybe it was the reflection off his own helmet, as bright as these things are. But that was a really well-thrown ball. You couldn't ask for a better throw from Flowers. He put that thing right on the face mask. And we only know that because it bounced off it.
Yes. So if you're San Jose State, you're going to likely get very good field position here. Good pressure there by San Jose State. A short punt.
It's going to be inside the 20-yard line by the time they get this thing. I mean, it hit the bench, so where it went out of bounds is going to be about the 25, I think.
Yeah, we'll see where they spot it, but it's a perfect start if you're San Jose State, trying to knock off number 19 USF. And Charlie Strong back to San Jose in a moment. Just an 18-yard punt. Love hands it off. They've thrown one pass. The other plays have all been on the ground. That was Roberson with the ball. Malik Roberson.
Yeah, this offense, Velichko, Gonzalez, Taylor and company, Poloni, Kowalski, this line can do it.
2nd and 15 now. Love under pressure, hangs it out there, and Gaither could not get over there to get it. Bruce Hector applied the pressure.
Yeah, this is somehow you have to find a way to do it. And defensive coordinator Brian John Marie has got to find a way to dial it up and keep regular pressure on Love at quarterback.
So 3rd and 15 here now. Love dumped it off. Incomplete, was looking for the tight end, Josh Oliver, the junior, who they're very, very high on, and incomplete.
Yeah, this is a kid that, you know, he's played a good bit for this team. He only had 3 receptions last year. He does have 2 touchdowns, one in 2015 and one in the Cure Bowl.
Yeah.
Year before last.
2 years ago, yeah.
This guy can play, move around. They're going to use him as a trapper. They're going to use him inside, outside, all over.
So Bryce Crawford, the junior out of Frisco, Texas, on to attempt the field goal. And Crawford, who was outstanding a year ago, as you saw, 16 out of 18, starts 2017 with a field goal there. San Jose State up early, 3-0. Prior to the game, the Air Force exhibition team, the Wings of Blue, making some jumps in. And Randy, your keys to victory for these two teams. First, South Florida.
For USF, turn it up. Do it on offense, do it on defense, do it the whole game. That's how you're going to have to play, and that's how you're going to have to win this year. Start today. San Jose State, it's pretty simple. Who are we? As a team, they really don't know who they are. They've pointed that out. But one thing Brent Brennan, I think, is going to insist on, they're going to finish. They're going to find a way to make things happen late in the game. And that's a mark of a good coach, and that's a mark of a really good football team if you can.
No question. They went 4-8 last year, tied for 3rd in the Mountain West Division as Ernest Johnson bobbled it there.
So most of the kids in Charlie Strong's program had never been on a flight this far.
2,300 miles from Tampa, where USF calls home, of course. Toss play, and there's Ginda. All over Ernest Johnson. Frank Ginda had 99 tackles a year ago and a big one here.
Yeah, what do they say? Got 99 problems, but getting to that play wasn't one of them. That was a game up front, slanted the defensive end. Ginda was coming right off his backside into that C gap. That set him up in perfect stead to make that tackle.
Outstanding play by the junior California product. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15 now. Facing Quinton Flowers and USF. Flowers. Nowhere to go. They're after him. Flings it out of bounds. And that front did the job there, Randy. Owen Roberts and Bryson Bridges.
It was forward, but it wasn't past the line. Is that?
Quarterback was outside the tackle box. However, the ball did not reach the line of scrimmage. Lost it down at the spot of the pass. Down count.
And the key in this is he was outside the tackle box. So right there, he's out the number. That's well outside the tackle box. Then he throws it out of bounds, but it doesn't get to the line of scrimmage. So they lose the down and some yards. And right now, the team that's kind of has the early jitters and hyperventilating would appear to be South Florida and not San Jose State.
Charlie Strong in his first game as USF's head coach. Highest ranking they've ever had. The Bulls to begin a season. They finished the season last year at number 19.
3rd and real long.
Ernest Johnson on the delay. There they come and they get him. Another loss. And that's San Jose State defense. Jamal Scott helping lead the charge along with Dakari Monroe. They force a punt. They're fired up here in San Jose.
Well, this is a run defense that gave up 246 yards a game last year. Had one of the better pass defenses because of that. Teams ran against them more than passed against them. Returned all their defensive backs, but right now the highlight, what they've done against South Florida, has been that front 7.
From the end zone, and they bring pressure again to the Spartans. And Cottrell with a fair catch at the 49-yard line. Number 19 team to land down 3-0, albeit early on here in quarter 1 against San Jose State. Early on in this opening quarter, Van Holden, Randy Cross, John Schriff, and all of our crew. San Jose State on top of number 19, USF 3-0. I didn't know until we got together on Thursday how well you know this guy.
Yeah, I've known him forever. I met his dad in '77.
Yeah.
So I've known his whole family forevermore. His mom, Beth, and his late father, Steve, were my oldest daughter's godparents. We vacation together. It's we go back. We're familiar.
Right now in his first game as a head coach. Now he came from Oregon State. He was there for 6 years, coached their wideouts.
Well, more importantly, he played football at UCLA.
Well, of course, you're a proud Bruin, I know. Yeah. Played there. You didn't play together, obviously, but
no.
He played there early 90, 91 to 95 as a wide receiver, of course.
And he's had a long assistant coaching career. Been a lot of places, including San Jose State. Long time at Oregon State.
First coaching job was at nearby Woodside High School. Pass to Holmes. He gets away. Holmes inside of the 15. And San Jose State on the march.
Yeah, Holmes, number 9, is a possession-style receiver, not necessarily that guy that's going to burn down the field, but as you saw there, he can get that ball, and he's big and strong enough to get some tough yards.
32-yard pickup for Justin Holmes. Love fires back that way, right back to Holmes. A short gain there as Ronnie Hoggins was there to make the stop on Justin Holmes. Tempo, total yards, USF -10. The difference in the game right now, a 34-yard field goal for San Jose State to the end zone. That one's well out of the reach. They went back to Holmes. He's been the hot guy on this drive as Hoggins was there on the coverage again.
Well, they've got a pretty good physical mismatch. Just look at the size out there of Holmes. A great position, though, at that cornerback position, not letting anything get inside of him.
Ziegler, the back, lined up next to Josh Love. Love flings it near side, catch, touchdown! San Jose State touchdown. There is a flag, though, back at the 25-yard line.
It's right about where that ball was thrown.
The play is the touchdown. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 10. The penalty will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
Well, the most important thing for the Bulls on that sideline is composing this offense and keeping them on the field a little bit.
Yeah.
The defense has been on the whole time.
Extra point is good. A 10-0 lead. San Jose State on top of number 19 USF.
You'll see Gather run into your kitchen here. Just a little tackle. Yeah, hit me in the chin. Give it to me again.
8:28 remaining in our opening quarter. The number 19 team in the land, USF, down 10-0 to San Jose State. Bailey Gaither with a touchdown catch on the last drive for San Jose State. How about this? A 10-0 lead for San Jose State. Kicked off there after the penalty. Short kickoff, touchback. He fakes there, and then he got dropped. Good pursuit there by Bieria there. Coming on to make the tackle was Trayvon Bieria.
Yeah, Bieria, known as the guy that'll really light you up as a contact guy. Coming from the safety position, does a very nice job in the open field of taming Quinton Flowers.
Redshirt sophomore he is out of Carson, California. Loss of 2 on the play. He's under pressure again, and San Jose State brings it. William Osai leading the charge for Derek Odom's defense.
They bring the blitz. Osai comes inside. He does not get blocked. Actually, the left tackle tried to get his hands on him, couldn't quite get his hands on him. And when Eric Mays couldn't get any meat on him trying to block him, Osai was clear right to the quarterback.
Derek Odom. Just one more. I'll get to that later. 3rd and 18 here first. There's a funny part to that story, but nothing funny about what's facing USF here. And Odom's defense, they do it again. Bryson Bridges on the stop there. And Odom, you were talking about it took a little bit of time. He said he texted Brent Brennan. He said he didn't reply for 3 days. He's like, man, I thought we were boys.
He congratulated him. I didn't hear for 3 days. And Brent calls him back and says, man, I'm really sorry I didn't answer, but things have been a little crazy. Oh, by the way, you want to be my DC?
It worked out good for him. Hernandez on the punch, blocked. San Jose State, that was Bailey Gaither. Picked up. Here they go. Monroe trying to take it back. and he gets down to the 6-yard line. Brent Brennan and his San Jose State team, they have come ready to play today.
How about this afternoon so far that Bailey Gaither has had? He got close one other time. This time he finishes it off and actually clips that ball pretty good, almost smothers it, and then almost throws the block that springs it for a touchdown at the same time.
How about that reaction?
There's a rookie coach a little happy with his guys' efforts so far.
Golden opportunity for San Jose State. First down and goal. Hernandez trying to figure out what happened.
Trips receivers top.
Yep, they're looking that way. Love flings it! Caught! Gaither! It's a touchdown! Bailey Gaither with his second touchdown of the day. And San Jose State is stunning USF.
They're going to take another look at this, but watch how it gets squeezed in by Love. I tell you what, whew, there was one place that ball had to be, and he put that ball right in that spot. Fit it right into his body. That was not a bad job on the defensive side by D'Angelo Antoine.
And right now, Brent Brennan, San Jose State Spartans on top 16-0. Here comes the point after attempt from Bryce Crawford. And that's blocked. So it remains 16-0 with 3:11 to play. Getting a hand on it was Bruce Hector up front. What a start to the season for San Jose State on top of number 19 USF. We're back here at CEFCU Stadium, San Jose State. And number 19 USF, Ben Holden, Randy Cross, John Schriffen, all of our great crew. Glad to have you with us here on the first weekend of college football. Some would call it week 0, but it's week 1 to me, Randy Cross.
That's right, doggone it. It counts.
It does count.
It's not preseason. These aren't exhibition games.
That's right. Carrizosa with a good kick, and thinking about it, then bringing it out is Dearness Johnson. And he gets dropped. They get to him at the 16-yard line. And good work in there by Jeremy Kelly to upend him. So Quinton Flowers back on the field for USF. Dearness Johnson back in there as well. Ginda trying to finish him off after he was wrapped up. Pickup of 3, the final seconds ticking away. USF, are they going to try to get a play away? They got 10 seconds.
That's forever the way these offenses run.
It is, yeah, as I was going to say.
No, they're just not going to run it. They're choosing not to run a play.
They are, yep. So the number 19 team in the land, Charlie Strong's USF Bulls on the road, down 16-0 to San Jose State. It's the end of the first quarter. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. As we begin the second quarter with Randy Cross and John Schriffen, my name is Ben Holden. They are down 16-0 here in San Jose. John, what are you hearing and seeing down on that USF sideline?
Well, the players are trying to rally each other. Defensive end Vincent Jackson was walking up and down the sideline telling his guys, he said, look, this ain't last year. Wake up, guys. But it doesn't look like there's any panic. It seems like they're really calm right now. They're hoping with these last few plays to give them the momentum and get back into this one. Ben?
Thank you, John. He's right.
It's a quick strike offense. Here comes the blitz.
It is. Flowers fakes the handoff, trying to get away from those two big fellas up front, and he easily picks up the first down there as he trots out of bounds to move the sticks on the first play of the opening offensive series here in quarter 2 for USF. In the first quarter, Randy, close to 50 plays between these two teams. Dearness Johnson with it.
And pace won't bother this San Jose State defense. But South Florida's got to be about execution, not about pace. Plays that work, not volume.
Totally agree. This one will work for him. Catch made by Valdez Scantling. Near side of the first down. Good pickup there for the Bulls. Forced out by Monroe. It's the first time in the game that USF has been across midfield. Flowers, good fake, calling for a block. Doesn't get it, but he got away. Escapes, still on his feet. He's a magic man at times. That was a nice piece of running there.
Yeah, you saw that one move. City of Tampa hasn't seen anybody run like this since Freddie Solomon was at the University of Tampa.
I like it.
Back in the 70s. Same kind of runner, same size player.
Ernest Johnson leans and picks up the first down. So this looks more like USF. They're trying to get their offense in gear. A minute gone by in quarter number 2.
Yeah, you don't ask permission to take control. You grab the other team by the throat and you take control.
Quinton Flowers, man open, finds him, diving for the pylon. They signal touchdown, USF. Darnell Solomon with the grab. And the Bulls have found the end zone for the first time this season.
Well, nice pass protection. Had a little bit of a game inside with a linebacker coming inside. But Solomon, he is wide open right in that little window. See the window between the cover corner and the safety over the top. That was perfect placement by Quinton Flowers. And that's a quick little how do you do and bounce back for these South Florida Bulls.
And Nadelman comes on and bangs it through. 16-7 now as the Bulls are on the board. 19th ranked team in the country, USF. 16-7 though. They're in the wrong side of the score at this. Flowers, the senior, Solomon, the sophomore, both out of Miami. They love Solomon. They feel the sky's the limit for him. Big play. Here's the tight end, the big play tight end that they being San Jose State love. Horse collar is going to be called there on the pass to Oliver, that big tight end they like.
Yeah, that was big time, and that was pretty much textbook horse collar. I mean, Oliver's a good-sized fella. He's 6'5", about 245. You're sort of grabbing what you can to slow him down, but that's your first blush. Second blush is you grab something, and when you grab a jersey.
Personal foul, horse collar. Defense, number 13, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic, first down.
Because nowadays, you get that jersey is one thing. You don't have to get inside to get that pad anymore. It's a horse collar now if you do it with that jersey, especially when you look like you're about to start rolling up into the back of the legs. That's a nice call.
Kajay Fullwood, senior out of Tampa, hurt in fall camp, the guilty one there. Here is Zamor Ziegler trying to hit a home run. He can do that, but he's stopped here with a good run and a first down run as Augie Sanchez made the stop on him. Quick they go, right back to Ziegler. And they'll get about 4 on the run.
Tell you, those guys with the sticks with the Mountain West logo on the top are having a devil of a time. They're having a devil of a time keeping up with these offenses.
From the shotgun this time, over the middle, the tight end. Oh, the ball, man, coming up with a ball is Sawtell. They're saying interception. Nico Sawtell, they're saying a pick. They'll look at this and see if it's good, and we'll look back at it as well.
Well, I think it was Oliver ends up cradling it and then tossing it in the air almost.
Yeah.
On a self-tip, like almost to himself. See, he's in there. He got an arm. The ball's tipped. That's good. That was pure want-to by Sawtell. Yep. He saw that ball in the air, and he went after it, and he was the only guy that really had a chance of getting that ball once it left Oliver's hands. You know, Brent Brennan and his staff knows full well the dangers of playing this style of offense that Charlie Strong puts on the field. And Derek Odom, the defensive coordinator, now has got to get his guys. They need a big play, big time.
They do. USF with the football. Johnson took a hit, spun off it, and got a good pickup there. He took a heavy shot there initially from Jamal Scott, but the product of Immokalee, Florida. Dearness Johnson waited his time behind Marlon Mack. Now it's his show in the backfield. Here's a pitch and catch, and that'll be another first down. It's Solomon once again from Quinton Flowers.
Yeah, I think defensive backs, when they see a guy like Quinton Flowers run, they're a little surprised, A, at his accuracy, and B, at his arm strength. He's got a hose.
Flowers back to the air, down to make the grab there. Marquez Valdez-Scantling the grab there.
Now they're about due to go back over the top again here into the end zone. Getting close to the red zone. Good time to do it.
Second short. Tice powers his way forward. First down. They'll move those chains. Those guys, as Randy said, getting a workout at the pace this game's being played at.
I hope they have their own water guys over there for the chain gang on the far side.
Tice takes the handoff, has some room, got the middle, breaks through down inside of the 5-yard line. It is a 1st and goal. Jermaine Kelly saved the touchdown there.
Well, what a great decision. Because the blocking was there, but that foot in the ground made the biggest difference. That was why that gained all those yards.
Here's Tice. Trying to burrow his way through there, and he stopped short of the goal line. Our red zone today being brought to you by Verizon. What USF did last season, 70%. Trailing in this ball game by 9, 16-7. Flowers fakes it. Quinton Flowers. Monroe got him down low there, and then got some help from the rest of the defense on that side to keep him from breaking the plane. It'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Nice rally to the ball there by San Jose. Derek Odom, their defensive coordinator, has to love that kind of effort from his defense. Now they got to figure out a way to seam this quarterback in.
How about that? They give it off there to Dearness Johnson, and Ginda blows it up.
Ginda, on a little bit of a stunt, comes screaming through that B-hole and around right into the backfield.
They're going for it.
4th down. Yeah, on the road, half asleep. Yeah, you go for it.
I would
here.
too. I would completely go for it. No question. Sorry to offend the Kickers Union, but I'd go for it too. Here's Flowers. Turns, hands off, touchdown! Dearness Johnson powers his way in for USF with 9:25 to play in the half.
Well, Johnson can say thank you to Cameron Ruff, Brooks Larkin, Marcus Norman, and Mitchell Wilcox, the tight end, because they smushed that left side of the San Jose State defense. Nothing real sexy looking, not exactly big holes. It was suddenly the defense wasn't there. It was just soft.
So it capped a 12-play drive, 69 yards, took 3 minutes and 31 seconds. And Dearness Johnson takes it in as San Jose State turning it over, the interception. And it's now a 3-point game.
Pretty quickly, San Jose State moving the ball, bobble a pass, bing, bang, boom.
Nailman on, he's good. It's a 2-point game now. So Quinton Flowers, a couple of touchdown drives. This guy's back in it.
Yeah, Josh Oliver juggles it into the air. Sawtell dives through. Then South Florida gets plays from their big playmakers, and they got their 2nd touchdown on the board.
His team within 2. They were down 16-0 if you're just joining us. Ben Holden, Randy Cross, John Schriffen, all of our great crew, Carlo Generini and Corey Fishman, the guys in the truck, our producer and director, and all of our crew. Appreciate their efforts here. And what's right now A very good football game, a 2-point lead for San Jose State. So it backs him up 5, 1st and 15 for Love. He floats one out. Gaither's got it. What a throw. A beautiful throw. The adjustment by Gaither. First down, San Jose State.
Yeah, the best part of this play is in the air by Gaither, because the ball is put on the outside of the defensive back and the outside of his receiver. And he's got to go all the way out there to make that play.
25-yard pickup on that pitch and catch to Bailey Gaither.
Roberson, what, about a yard there?
Yep. Yeah, they give him 2. They go quick. They fake. Love going to take another shot. Hartley knocked away. Hampton intercepted. Hampton knocked it away. Into the waiting hands of Devin Abraham. And Roberson better be careful over there. Pair number 20's getting heated on that USF sideline. So Devin Abraham, who's got great bloodlines, great genes. His father, Donnie, was an outstanding player in the NFL and now an assistant coach at Illinois.
Yeah, and the Spartans did it again.
Yep.
Moved the ball, looks pretty good. And when you're in these style of games and that ball gets tipped, I can almost guarantee you're not going to be the team that comes up with it.
Yeah.
Good defensive play by the Bulls. Turns into an interception. That was
Mike
nice.
Hampton again.
Yeah, Mike Hampton. Nice effort out there by the corner. It's about his 3rd big play.
So another turnover for San Jose State. 2 takeaways for USF, and it's led to 7 of their 14 points so far during the midway point of the 2nd quarter. And that one just simply dropped. Simply dropped there on the near side by Chris Barr. It's a good looking helmet.
Well, it's kind of hard to miss, especially when the sun's out.
It's like an eclipse earlier.
I tell you, when they were warming up, it was nuts.
So there's a awakening there you had expected to see from USF, and they have certainly come alive here as Dearness Johnson blasts his way close and looks like he's got a first down out across midfield.
And that's something Dearness Johnson can bring to the table. Not a huge dude. I mean, he's 5'10", about 205, 210. That's not a power back, but he runs out like it at times inside.
Flowers taking a shot, catch made, flag, it'll be a touchdown. Pass interference will be called. It's a touchdown as USF strikes. It's Alaka with a touchdown grab from Quinton Flowers. That didn't take him long.
No, you give a team like this when they've got a little momentum, you give them a reason to get bouncy and to get confident.
Foul
they
for
will take
defensive holding. The result of play is a touchdown.
Yeah, this. I'm not discounting the effort by South Florida and what they've done, but man, this is self-inflicted by San Jose State.
Yeah.
They've had the offense going, and the offense has turned it over a few times here, and the defense just has not had the stinger. Of course, Quinton Flowers there has been a little bit of a D-stinger the last couple of drives.
Yes. Sacheret guilty on the pass interference there. It's now number 19 USF 21-16. Started with that play by Hampton. Abraham the pick there. And then Quinton Flowers drops one into the waiting hands of Alaka. Touchdown, Quinton Flowers, and the Bulls on top.
And Kansas State, what a great story.
Yeah.
77-year-old Bill Snyder battling cancer and has a team ranked who's going to be tough.
Got a very good quarterback. So San Jose State getting set to come back on the field. Their last 3 drives have not been good. The last 2 have ended in interceptions.
But the drives themselves, they're moving the ball.
That has been.
They're running the ball. They're throwing the ball.
And that was batted down and nearly taken back by Reeves. Greg Reeves, who days ago was given a scholarship for his hard work.
What a way to add to a great summer for Greg Reeves. This would have been, threw the ball right into his arms.
Walked onto the team 2 years ago in 2015. Great story of success. Monroe took his eyes off it. Incomplete. Here's a look back.
One more time. Watch
Yes.
Reeves and how big his eyes get. Oh, right there. That's a lineman's dream. I don't care if you're a D lineman or an O lineman. You got a chance to actually have the ball.
Redshirt sophomore out of Bradenton, Florida. Manatee High School. They produced their fair share of college players. And Hartley, the intended target. Hampton was in the neighborhood again, along with Dietrich Nichols. They'll bring on the punt team with 2.5 to play. In the half will the Spartans.
You know, if you're Brent Brennan, you wanted to keep getting first downs. You wanted to keep moving the ball. But remember where they took over. I mean, they were inside the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
So getting to where they are now, having a chance to get their kicker to boom one out of here. Again, remember what we said. It's got to be hang time. You don't want a return ball in these situations. You have 2.5 minutes left, which is forever for Quinton Flowers.
Arizosa. And that hit USF player running downfield. Won't affect the play any.
And 2 minutes and 22 seconds is forever for this offense.
Yes, it is. A start on the ground. Dearness Johnson trying to work his way down the line. Gets a block, gets outside. Here goes Dearness Johnson. Stays in bounds, dives. And no signal yet. They say touchdown on the play. You can be sure they're going to look at this one, but what a play if it stands by Dearness Johnson. A 50-yard run. Tyree McCants with a huge block, Randy.
Watch once he starts bouncing from now. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spartan's gone. Now they're chasing. Does he get out of bounds?
No.
Oh. Nope. That's a touchdown.
It's a thing of beauty.
They take his legs out, but he reaches the ball. The legs go sideways. The ball went straight, and the ball get the pylon.
Yeah.
There was nothing there initially. He just bounced that thing around everybody.
Going after, bit of an adventure, but they get it up and through. That's the end of the first half with the score. Number 19, USF 28, San Jose State 16. After the break, we'll send you back to our CBS Sports Network studio for the Verizon Halftime Report. 19th ranked USF on top here at halftime. 28-16 on top of San Jose State. We welcome you upstairs to our broadcast position alongside the College Football Hall of Famer and 3-time Super Bowl champ for the 49ers, Randy Cross. My name is Ben Holden, and it was really a tale of 2 quarters, I guess, in this first half, right, Randy?
Well, it really was. I mean, let's be honest. South Florida was not really ready to go at the beginning of this game. And San Jose State had the enthusiasm, had the crowd, had everything going their way. And it was all San Jose State early. But then they stopped finishing drives. They stopped finishing plays. And those turned into turnovers. Or they turned into like on a 4th down stop. South Florida getting the ball back. And when you're playing with a little box of dynamite known as Quinton Flowers, you can't give him that many chances.
I like that. Little box of dynamite. There's a great touchdown. That was a big box of dynamite from Dearness Johnson. And your second half adjustments, what are they starting with Charlie Strong's guys?
Pretty simple for South Florida. The same as in the first half. Just keep going at it. They weren't aggressive in the first quarter. They weren't dictating. Dictate and be aggressive. For San Jose State, stop making those mistakes and finish the plays and finish the drives. I mean, if they finish some of these drives, they're moving the ball well enough to score some more points. But they keep making these plays and these self-inflicted wounds. This really won't end well for them.
Charlie Strong, first game as USF's head coach. Thrilled to be in the spot he's in. I would be too if I'm a coach. He's got a very good football team.
Well, he spent 3 years at Texas, and he left Tom Herman in pretty good stead, that football program at Texas. They're going to be good this year because of 2 things. Herman's a good football coach, and Charlie left him a lot of talent. And I think he got this job at South Florida, what was it, 19 days, 18 days?
He said 19, he told us, yeah.
Between being fired and getting this job. It was a great move by South Florida to lock him in.
Knows the state of Florida obviously very well from his time in Gainesville. Defensive coordinator and coached many other spots at Florida in his tenure there. And fair catch taken at the 25-yard line by Elkanah Dillon. Down to John Schriffen, who has some updates for us. John, what do you got?
Well, I got a chance to speak with both head coaches. I'll start with USF's Charlie Strong. He said in the first half, we just weren't playing well in that first quarter. So I asked him, what did you tell your team to actually get back into this game? And he gave me this look, and I said, okay, give me the clean version. He said, I basically told my guys, get going. He was happy how the way they responded, and his defense is playing well. As for the other side, San Jose State coach Brent Brennan said, really what happened, the way they lost the momentum was that Quinton Flowers was breaking a lot of tackles. So he feels like if their defense can contain him here in the second half, they can get momentum back and get back into this game. A lot easier said than done, guys.
Thanks, John. Outstanding. The team is built, and this young man, an absolute stud. Trayvon Pieria going off to get some medical attention. 14-yard run on that play by Quinton Flowers. Tough to see, but it's part of the game.
Yeah, they were working more on his quad, his thigh, than they were his knee, so hopefully it's not the knee.
Let's hope. Flowers taking a shot. Valdez Scantling down there, got it, catch is made. Big pick up there. He's a dangerous weapon. Is Marquez Valdez Scantling. He beat Kelly.
Yeah, nothing like having your 6'5", about 205-pound wide receiver be able to run by the corner. I mean, I think this kid's got some serious stats in his future.
Gain of 50 on the pass. Now Flowers comes back, and this is where he can really get you. Can throw that strike, then he can do that with his legs. What do you call him? A little box or a box of dynamite?
Little box of dynamite, yeah.
I like it.
Well, he's got the quickness. He's got the speed. You start running sideline to sideline, you're going to miss him.
And off to Tice. Not much there. It's going to be third and about a yard. Among those in there, Cameron Woodard. The clog up the middle there. Temperature at kickoff was 92, which is nothing new to
Hey, he's 6'6", 310.
USF. Yeah.
Good sized fella.
Yep. It's a big young man. Temp now 84. It's a third and a yard needed here for the Bulls offense. Tice trying to burrow his way in there.
Number 8, Owen Roberts. Number 9, Bryson Richards off the tackle.
So it's fourth down. They didn't get it. Waiting to see where the spot was, Randy.
And they're just going.
Leading by 12, 7:50 to go in this third quarter. Flowers, Tice, got some room to the outside. Can he get to the pylon and get in there? Darius Tice is shy of the goal line, but they get the first down to the 1.
That's going to be first and about a football. He just gets in. Didn't look like he got there. His feet got there. The only problem is the ball has to score.
Right. Here's a handoff and a touchdown. Darius Tice powers his way in for the USF touchdown. How's the line go? You mess with a bull, you get the horns? Got it right there as he powered his way into the end zone for the USF touchdown.
It's not hard to see from those helmets. No matter which USF player you get, you're getting some horns.
That's right. There are fans that have made their way to this game, and 400, we were told, made the trip out from Tampa. Nadelman's kick is good. 35-16 now with 7:35 to play in the third.
But it all started with stretching the field, and this is an offense. Sterling Gilbert loves to stretch the field. Does it with Valdez Scantling, and then it's just power play right up the middle. 2 tackles out, go behind the guards.
USF is in control of this one, 35-16. A big reason for that is Quinton Flowers, and this is a young man who has had to overcome a lot of tragedy in his life. At the age of 7, he lost his father to a drive-by shooting. At 17 years old, he lost his mother to cancer. And then just a few years later in college, he lost his oldest brother who was shot and killed. Now, the coaches say you would never know it, all the tragedy he's gone through in his life, because he shows up to the facility every day with a smile on his face. And because he is so positive, he won't allow others to have a bad day. Guys, he is clearly the leader of this team, and he has helped the transition to get the guys to buy in to this new coaching staff.
Thank you, John. And you don't wish that kind of tragedy on anybody, but I love the story of a young man. As Charlie Strong said, he doesn't make it an excuse. Yeah. He could easily say, oh, well, this happened and this happened and this happened. And the toughness he has mentally and I'm sure spiritually and in all those areas is very impressive to me, Randy.
Well, it speaks to his character, and it also speaks to the quality of men that are in the coaching profession in college football that embrace these kids and give them the support programs and the support that they need to get through these kind of things. I mean, for all the negative stories about the coaches that do things bad, there are 10 times the coaches that are in it for all the right reasons.
Question, here's Packer. Good tough run there from the youngster. A former walk-on there. He was dropped by Andre Polk and got some help from Kelvin Pinkney as well.
I think technically he still is. Guys that walk on and out of nowhere, the coaches go, who is this kid?
Give him a uniform.
But that's why the walk-on is invaluable at all levels. And that's what makes those stories when you see the coaches at a meeting giving this kid a scholarship. You know, often that's what that's all about. It's about a kid that's got talent and rewarding that talent and that persistence.
Dejon Packer, that young man for the Spartans. Pitch and catch, love the throw, but be short by a couple on that 3rd and 11 play. And they'll bring on the punt team here, it looks. Yes, they will. 90 seconds and counting remaining in the 3rd quarter. 6 now. 7 3 and outs for USF's defense. 9th punt of the day for Carrizosa.
He's getting his workout in. He's done a heck of a job, though. That's a bullet.
That's a beauty. Fair catch at the 22-yard line. So that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Number 19, USF on top, 35-16. You're watching college football from San Jose, California. Have some nachos, presented by Geico. In our score by quarters, we're just about set to begin the 4th quarter. 16-0 lead for San Jose State after 1. 28 points put up in that 2nd quarter for USF. And now as we start the 4th, it's 35-16. There are the two buddies, Randy, Sterling Gilbert and Andrew Sauter.
Spent a lot of time together. You know, Sauter's got nothing but great things to say about Sterling Gilbert.
Pass there from Flowers to McCants, who is put together well.
Yes, he is. 5'11", 235 of muscle. He's got that kind of, what was a Boise State running back at Tampa Bay? The muscle hamster?
I'm not sure. I'm drawing a blank right now. Second down upcoming.
Yeah. That was Doug Martin, by the way.
Doug Martin, that's right. Here's Quinton Flowers back to the air. Catch was made over there by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. So,
and now I'm not throwing a shovel of dirt on Quinton Flowers' chances at a Heisman, but remember, this time last year, Lamar Jackson was like a fireworks show the first month of the season. You open you opened a web page and it was 8 touchdowns total, 6 touchdowns total. They slowed him down. He only got 5.
Yeah. And they thumped Florida State. What do you have, 8 in that game total, I think it was. The comparison between these two and what they did.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of those yards, as you saw Lamar Jackson struggle later in the year, the difference in yards, a lot of that came early in the year. So, you know, in my mind, Quinton Flowers, in order for a group of 5 player to really be a factor, you got to start like your tail's on fire, and you got to finish ablaze. And he did not start like that today.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
So might it hurt him? Yeah, it probably hurts. Probably hurts him. Probably hurts the chances of this team being ranked is where they are when next week's polls come out.
Right.
But this is about this team, and Charlie Strong and company have got to be about what this team is like in December and January.
Right. Here's USF in the red zone. Red zone brought to you by Verizon. 2 trips in there and pair of touchdowns. Tice has one of them, trying for another one here. Still on his feet. And he gets down inside of the 5 to about the 3-yard line. Does Darius Tice. Quinton Flowers in there, cheering him on.
Offensive line not doing a particularly impressive job. You know, Aguayo comes clean up the middle, but he can't make the tackle.
Hand off again to Tice. That is Ginda that made the stop there on Darius Tice. First and goal now. Quinton Flowers, his team well over 400 yards in the ball game at this point.
Do you defense the running back, or do you go with edge with Flowers?
And Flowers takes one in, hops over the goal line. Quinton Flowers adds to the lead for USF. They're north of 40 now with a point after pending. It's 41-16. Is that the last we've seen of him? We'll find out. 31st career rushing touchdown.
Yeah, he's going to rewrite a lot of record books. That first time I read that stat,
which one?
That he was the first.
Oh, in Florida?
Major college quarterback in the state of Florida to rush for over 1,000 yards.
I kind of shook my head like.
I said, nah, that can't be right.
No, I did too.
It's right.
It's definitely right. Nadelman bangs it through to make it 42-16. 9:57 to go in the ball game.
Well, Quinton Flowers gets a chance to add to his statistics. Good fake inside. Nice hold inside, but he scores anyway.
Well, 42 points on the board today. Flowers capping off an 11-play, 86-yard drive. Took 3 minutes and 21 seconds. Is he a legitimate candidate?
I believe so. Ask me again in the middle of the season,
right.
and I'd probably be even more emphatic.
Yeah.
This wasn't his best effort today.
Kicked out of bounds on the kickoff.
But let's be honest. It's a quarterback award.
Sure. There's a pass to Gaither from Montel Aaron down to the 40-yard line of USF. They'll move the sticks. They're trying to get up there and move quickly. Actually, they'll spot him at the 41 after a gain of 24 on the pass. Aaron low on that throw. Looking for Bailey Gaither once again. Big day for Gaither in this game.
He's had better than a career.
He's done that, no question. 2 touchdowns. Redshirt freshman Montel Aaron in finds that tight end they like so much here in San Jose. Josh Oliver. Tackle made by Tajay Fullwood. Coming in 7 career grabs for Oliver, and 2 of them touchdowns. Aaron goes right back to him. Stopped in his tracks by Fullwood from the secondary.
Isn't this what Aaron's doing here a little bit? I find it very interesting. It's kind of like a preseason game. That third string quarterback that you watch and you say, man, look at this guy moving the ball.
How good he looks.
Oh, he looks good. Well, he's doing a nice job here in this drill. He's making this look good. He's going to make Brent Brennan and Andrew Sauter's decision a little harder as to what to do at quarterback.
Right.
But then how much weight do you put in on the other side of, you know, these aren't the real guys. These aren't the starters. These aren't.
Boy, some days I'm glad I'm not a coach. Flag flies, throw into the end zone goes Holmes.
That was a freebie. That ball, there was never a whistle.
Yep. Touchdown. So Montel Aaron finds Holmes for the touchdown with 8:25 to go. The Spartans and Brent Brennan get 6.
Defense, number 90 in the neutral zone. That penalty decline. Touchdown.
Well, there are the two that teamed up on the touchdown pass.
Yeah, nice smart play by Aaron. He knows he can just go with it, and he's got a wide open receiver in Holmes.
And the point after blocked. 2 have been blocked, so that's a 20-point lead now for USF with 8:25 remaining. Step aside for a timeout. Justin Holmes, easy one for him on the pass from Montel Aaron. 7 plays, 65 yards, 1:32. Montel Aaron, his first career touchdown pass, 22-yard play to Justin Holmes. It was their first point since 3:11 in the opening quarter. They go outside and got it. San Jose State got it. Recovered by Kelly, and it's Jeremy Kelly.
Well, there's a great example. I talked bad about him earlier about that ball that he didn't fight for. He fought for that one there. He went after that like it was oxygen.
That a member of the kicking team touched the ball before it went 9 yards at the 44-yard line. Therefore, 44-yard line.
So that was the case, and it didn't go 10.
It's got to go 10 yards. 5, 8, 9. Nope.
Good call.
Yep. It's funny on that kickoff onside team, there was a guy that was trying to block in front of the ball. Not a guy that was trying to recover the ball, trying to clear bodies out of the way so somebody behind him could recover it.
So I mentioned on the last possession for USF, was that the last we've seen of Quinton Flowers? And there's your answer. He's got a towel around his head and neck, and the redshirt sophomore out of Lakewood, Ohio is in now. Brett Keene, product of the high school football factory in the state of Ohio in St. Edward. They're outside of Cleveland.
It's a factory up there?
It is.
They have hockey up there too?
Yeah, there's hockey.
Okay, just curious.
That's right. Sutton again with a carry. Spins away, put his hand in the ground, and leans forward. Takes it to the 32-yard line. Stopped by Cameron Woodard for San Jose State. San Jose State still with non-conference games against Utah and Texas.
Kings, you know, they had that waiver because of this game that was as early as it was.
They'll play Cal Poly at home next weekend, and then go to Texas and Utah in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, Utah State's no layup either.
Right.
Coach Sanchez and UNLV has got things going on out in Vegas. That's a fun team to watch play. They've got a bit of a new stadium coming there in Las Vegas. They're kind of excited about.
I've heard.
Not as excited as they are about that fight that's going on right about now.
I don't think it's going to be much of a fight, to be honest with you.
Well, you know, in case, for those family members that are still watching Ben and I right now and not watching the fight, all you're missing is 12 rounds of Floyd Mayweather doing exactly what he's done in the last half dozen fights he's fought.
Dancing around.
He gets on his little bicycle and he runs backwards. And he leans back and he punches every once in a while, and he just wins on points. And McGregor, if McGregor doesn't just die of exhaustion, he'll make it 12 rounds.
Coming up on 2 minutes left in the ball game. First down. Sutton and Keene doing the work on this drive for USF. Sutton down to the 27-yard line. Preseason poll in the Mountain West. We'll have all the game, a lot of games in the American, a lot of games in the Mountain West as well, and how that stacks up.
As you saw today, Mike Bobo and Colorado State are going to have a little something to say with
first down and 10. First down and 10. Sutton can't get away. Ginda comes in. Wrestling move to toss him down to the turf.
Was that almost a suplex?
Somewhat, yeah.
Close. I think there's a lot to like about this San Jose State defense. There's some spots on defense, by Ginda, he really reminds me. But also Aguayo, some of their big guys.
Their defensive coordinator, Derek Odom. Sutton again. Pedaling, and they're going to win this one, and it's now a final by 20, 42-22.
That was a good effort by Charlie Strong and his football team for 3 quarters. The 1 quarter will be a nice learning opportunity for his football team, and they're going to hear a lot. They're going to get sick and tired of hearing about the mistakes they made in the first quarter of this one.
Yes.
And not being ready to go every single time you get a chance to play.
Quinton Flowers, 3 touchdowns, close to 300 total yards of offense. Brent Brennan there with Quinton Flowers, first-year head coach here at San Jose State. What a great smile he's got. Great young man, outstanding leader of their team.
I'm happy for him. He's going to get a chance to do some great stuff here in the community if the community gets behind him.
Yes. Let's get down to field level. John Schriffen with a victorious head coach, Charlie Strong.
Charlie, congratulations. Win number 1 here at USF. It got off to a little shaky start.
We were able to respond.
All eyes tonight on Quinton Flowers, finished with 3 touchdowns, nearly 300 yards, rushing and passing. What did you like, and what do you still need to work on with him?
Well, Q is a special player. We just got to make sure that the offense continues to run through him. You know, we had some big drops. We need to make those catches and just see just the decision making.
Great win. Good luck the rest of the year.
All right. Thank you.
John Schriffen with Charlie Strong. A winner in his first game at USF. For Randy Cross, John Schriffen, all of our crew, our producer Carlo Generini, our director Corey Fishman. My name is Ben Holden. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. It was our pleasure to bring it to you. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Now stay tuned for the Reebok CrossFit Games presented by Rogue Fitness. We say so long from California, and thanks for watching.